Innovative content, global audience.
Innovative content, global audience. This is how we do it right here on SRTV. Daddy KRIS is here tonight. Whoa, what a beautiful Sunday. I'm excited. I'm blessed. You know, I want to start this topic tonight with a very beautiful lesson I learned this evening. Beautiful one. I'm going to read a portion of the Psalm of the Bible. It says Psalm 37, verse 5. You can leave something with God and let God take control. Don't worry. Don't ask God. Trust Him. And we'll come to that. That's what I learned from Dr. Victor Okay tonight. But tonight is really one of those topics I don't want to talk about. I hope and I pray that God will put the right thing in my mouth tonight to say, because if I'm not careful, the title may be so controversial, but that's not what I mean. Perhaps I just want to use the title to inspire us as Africans to think and act, and maybe look within. Before I go into the topic proper, I want to use this opportunity first to say something very, very touchy to myself. It's very important, and I want to announce. I know he's been there. I want to announce the passing away of a king that I've been very close to. I remember visiting his palace in Urobo Nation. I'm an Urobo man. He's the Okurode of Urobo Kingdom. He's passed on. We're now on the 90 days burial. For your information, he was the oldest king on earth. He passed on, and I would say let's give him a moment of silence. I remember visiting him I was in this gathering when we visited him, and the man had a lot of energy. In fact, he called me by my father's name. He knows everybody, as old as he was. As somebody to talk about. In fact, this was an amazing moment in his presence. Because I've been so busy with the Nigerian Week project, I've not been able to be part of what is going on in Olumo right now. I want to say you guys that I am with you. I'll be there at the burial. We'll give Papa the right respect and the right passing on, and we will move on as a people, because that is what he wants. The good thing is, before he died, he gave his life to Christ. There's something to take home. That is cool. So be it. But tonight, that will be a very quick digression. So for those of us who are in Urobo Nation, let's give him that moment. Well, as you know, the season is the season of the Nigerian Week, London, starting from the 18th to the 21st of May, which is when the countdown begins tomorrow. 10 days to today is 11 days to the event, but officially you'll be seeing it on your social media. Countdown officially starts tomorrow. Hello, Faith Rabo is joining me right now, right here. So I'm happy to have Faith on the platform, so I won't be alone tonight. So let me quickly bring in Faith on the floor. Hello, Faith. You are glowing. How are you?
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
How are you, my daughter?
I'm fine, sir.
I miss you so much. Let's face the
Me
camera.
too.
You know.
So Me too, sir.
How is France?
France is there. We are telling people about the Nigerian Week, and people are just waiting to see what we're going to pull up.
Yes.
Some of them are thinking of coming, buy tickets to watch the show,
yes,
and all that. So Nigerian Week is what we are talking about.
Yeah. Don't forget,
it's the topic on the lips of everybody.
Yeah, next year we're going to have it in France as well. And for those that are not coming this year, they can always watch it on YouTube, and they can watch it online. All right. So you're welcome.
Yes,
so tonight, I actually wanted us to take a look at what Nigerian Week is all about. Like I was trying to touch about, I told the people it is happening from on the 18th to the 21st of May. Sorry, the May is around the corner, so it's 11 days countdown to the kickoff of the event.
Yeah,
and officially, yes. But we'll be starting early before then. because the job has already started. And it's exciting, really, it's exciting. Before, you know what I want to do tonight? I want to bring in a topic, a very interesting topic. You see, these people are bringing me into a meeting when I'm not ready. You see, I don't think I'll be able to take their calls now, but hey, I am now on a live broadcast, but I may not be able. I'll hear what you guys are saying, but I won't contribute. Yeah, yeah, I'm on a live show, so I'll join you guys. But go on with the conversation. No, I cannot do. I cannot stop a live broadcast. But go on. You have everything I have to say. I'm listening. Yeah. Anyway, so that is it. That is what it is. I'm sorry that this is the nature of the project right now. Things are happening at a pace I cannot control. You know, happening at a pace I cannot control. So I hope they will be able to bear with me. Meetings and upon meetings. I don't know. Sometimes the system is just crashing. I don't understand whether it is from my end or from your end, but I'm sure it's from my end. Your system is okay. I hope my system is moving well. Sometimes it just slow down. Anyway, like we said, I want us to Faith. I want us to look at something before we discuss Nigerian week proper tonight. I just announced the date. It's from the 18th to the 21st. The 18th is the Nollywood Day. The second day is the Afrobeat Day, and the third day is the day we award Nigerians, the Nigerian Day. The final day, which is on the 21st, is the day we shake hands. We exchange cards, the community meet and do business. But what I want to do tonight, to do justice to this, why we're doing this, is I'm going to tap on something. And the topic is quite controversial, but I think we should use it. One thing that occurs to me is the topic I call now is the Magnificent European cake. It's kind of tricky. I decided not to talk about it, but I felt I should talk about it. So maybe history will judge us right. History may judge us right. History may not be kind with us, because this is how I see it. Some years ago, Faith, the European came to Africa and they saw something that they colonized us. And today we are still talking about it. But perhaps I'm not looking at that. But I'm asking, there's a quote a king in Belgium used. He said, "It is his time to take his share of the magnificent African cake." That was his quote, the king of Belgium. So tonight, I want to see the opportunity in Europe as the magnificent European cake. My question is, are we Africans aware of the opportunities that is there for us? Are we taking advantage of it? Are we working with it? So that is why I said, let's look at this topic. But the true question I really want to ask, Faith, is what brought the people to Africa? There must be something good, because they didn't just want to get up from their land and go to that bushy land just to go and waste their time. They went there for a purpose. They saw something in Africa and they went there. So my question really tonight is, we Africans, can we see what is in our land and take advantage of it? That's the big question. If we not, then the question is why? Because if some people left their land some years back and they're still coming to Africa till tomorrow to come and do business, and yet we that own the land are on the run to Europe, we're crossing the sea, dying on the road. And in fact, if you want to make a good immigration law, like our prime minister now, he started by saying, he's going to be tough on immigration. That is a good language. Tough on immigration. Who are they talking about? The Africans. So the question I ask is, these are the same people that saw something great in us. Now we're coming back to beg. Meaning we cannot see what we have. So my question is, how do we explore what we have? This question is what my interest tonight is. How do we Africans look back and ask ourselves, if you think there's nothing good in Africa, ask yourself, why did the European came? What did they do? What can we do better now? Because the land is given to us. We say, oh, we don't want them. They should get out of our place. They've left. So the place belongs to us now. Can we see the oil in our backyard? Do we have the potential to tap on it? You see, yesterday, and I'm trying to really invite the governor of Niger State to this event. I'm going to be on his case tomorrow. I want him to deliver a lecture on the agricultural potentials of Niger State. You know, if that land, Niger State alone, is owned by European, I can imagine how they will use it.
They have lands. They have lots of lands that are fertile land, dry lands, you know.
See, but yes, Holland that is under the sea. Holland is below the sea level. So the sea can cover them. They are below the sea level, Holland. They could make $20 billion yearly from agriculture alone. They make 20 billion from agricultural export. Okay. So what I want to do, what I'm asking is, if these people saw one good in us and they came, and now Holland, these people are distracting me here and there. If Holland can
should take their call, sir. I think you should just take their call. Yes, sir.
It's so difficult though.
We are so sorry, viewers, if you're watching us, that the KRIS has to just, it's about the Nigerian week and people keep, calling. There are communications, there are meetings here and there. And if you have to take any call, we'll excuse you.
Let's go on a quick commercial break, where I can use that too.
Exactly.
Yes.
We'll be back.
Yes, right away.
Everything happens for a reason. Bless life from a different prison. Bless a lot of people locked up in bedtime 7 o'clock.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ice Prince Amani.
Ginger, aka Swagger Swagger. My name now is Femi, aka the Music and Taliban.
What up, Nigeria? K to the O to the NGA Conga.
Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night. The Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night.
Nigerian Week in London.
The Nigerian Week.
The Nigerian Week. The Nigerian Week.
On the 19th of this beautiful month of May 2023.
May 19th.
May 19, 2023. Let's go get your ticket.
Go get your ticket because we're gonna shut it down.
Ice Prince Amani's in the building.
Yeah.
Go get your ticket. If you don't get your tickets, now you sabi. Okay, I'm back with a flow, no joking. You gotta muscle up, cause no pain, no gain. All the boys just wanna jump, okay, I'm blessed.
And for your information, you can get that ticket actually for free. So let me quickly run this by you. And then when I come back, I'll be back shortly, and we're going to really talk about the Magnificent European cake tonight. We have to do this.
Ice Prince.
Yeah.
Ice Prince.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered, to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com. And the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and TapTap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride
Feeling the boy. Okay, it's so exciting. The game's been dark, but I'm igniting. Positive flow, I'm so attracting. Where the freestyles or even writing.
All right, people, we're gonna do this. Let's just
Feeling the vibes, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That rhythm from Ice Prince, he's
like
cool.
is my favorite all time. Feeling the vibes, yeah. Feeling the vibes. If you're watching the show, you just have to come and watch them do this live. This one is not. You can hear them from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
Risha, Femi, Konga, all of them are coming there, live and direct.
Can't wait. It's gonna be 3 days of big fun. In fact, what is so interesting, Faith, is that we have the first day, which is the Nollywood Day. That day, oh my God, all the Nollywood stars will be here. And while we are talking about, there's going to be a big conference where we are planning to plan a new part for Nollywood, but it's going to be a food and film festival. That festival, it got me excited because they will be eating Nigerian food. So we're not going to eat popcorn.
In London, no. We are eating Nigerian food in
with
London.
your fingers, and you are watching Nigerian movie. You know, it's going to be
they watch Nigeria, they chop Nigerian food. You know what it means? You don't want to miss this, guys. Don't miss it. Don't dull it.
Yes.
Don't sit on it. Get your tickets. Is Nigerian week or nothing? We are shutting down London. Everybody.
Yes. And the truth is, for those of them who are very fast now, they can get free ticket. Because the free ticket, all you need to do is download an app, you know, send £1 alone to that account.
You could get tap send, though. You take my phone. See, if you maybe they don't even know what tap send is. Let me show them what it looks like. Tap send. This is the app. Tap. Oh, it's not showing. How do I get it to show? This is tap. Why is it not showing? I'm going to send it back. I'm going to send it in. Tap send is just, it's as simple. In fact, it's if you want to send money for us abroad, those of us abroad, you know what tap send is for? It is the fastest, safest, cheapest, you know, platform to send money to your family anywhere, friends, family, all over. You know, we are anywhere abroad, just send money to Nigeria. I mean, once I put my money there, bam, in 2 minutes, tap send will just tell me, so person have received your money, and they will tell me, Faith, I got the money you sent. There is no intermediary, no charges, no hidden charges, nothing. You know what? So just use £1.
God bless you, Faith. You know what is so good about this? If we allow Western Union, it's exactly what I told them. Sometimes the money is our money.
That will still charge you. They will still delay your money for a few days.
And Western Union, who get Western Union? Is here in Nigeria? But this is your own. You understand? If we cannot patronize, that's why I like the Jewish people. They are tailors who Jewish. They are shoemaker Jewish. Everything they do, Jewish. Go to their shop, Jewish. They dress Jewish. They eat Jewish food. So they keep the money within their community. It's only we that don't understand that the only thing you can do to protect your community is to spend within your community. It's a wise thing. And I hope that with time we understand that. So this is a very interesting one, you understand? And so when I say let us look at tonight, let's look inwards, Nigerians, you know, let's look inwards and say, why did the European came to Africa? Why did they come to Nigeria? Why did the British actually colonize us? What did they saw? What did they took away? Are we doing it? Because in those days, years back, if the British were there and we had I can remember one very well, AT&P. AT&P, we had the biggest plywood was coming from Sapele. Then I was a child. And in those days, you have all these booming companies around. But the moment they left, those companies are now dead. That is on one side. Now those companies are dead. What about we, ordinary people? Can't we look back now and say, okay, what were they taking from here? You see, this is what the thought that came to me. I keep mentioning taking wood to Europe. Those people, then they came and they had a sawmill all around my place. And they were sawing wood, taking to Europe. Now, can't I go and take the same wood and sell to Europeans? Do they have to, the color of your skin have to be white for you to sell wood? And these are the mistake. And these are the things why I said, let's talk about the magnificent European cake. The truth is, today, Europe presents a unique opportunity for those of us in Africa. It's a unique marketplace for us. You see, I don't see it as the way they see it. I see Europe as a beautiful marketplace for African products. Because when they came, they were not coming to take anything. They came to take products that they will use here. They know we have raw materials they will need here. You understand? So they went there and they produced raw materials for their own company. Now, why can't we? So there's a big market here in Europe. You see, you can imagine that if you sell anything in pounds here, you take it with big money. How come that we are not taking advantage of this magnificent European cake? That is the thing that got me thinking. And that's why I'm talking about this now. Europe has big market, huge.
Big.
You know,
very untapped.
In fact, you know the truth. This is the beautiful thing.
In fact,
the movie industry. Let's go to the movie industry. If you go to the movie industry now, they now see who is selling the movie there. There you see what I like about it. Amazon Flex and Netflix, they've dominated the European market.
And
But they
Prime,
did-
and Prime, Amazon Prime. Now them.
yes, but they've not stopped us from doing our own. We choose to look. They didn't
want
say
to
you
follow
cannot do
them.
it. Yes. So
You left Iroko to go and
Yes.
give Netflix your movie. Now your edict. It's not.
In fact, I wouldn't even be against that. But the question is, why can't we even come and create a proper one so that we begin to sell our movie to Europeans and make big money? If Netflix is able to do it, you can't blame Netflix. What is that be wrong if
it's
a
an opportunity
Nigerian
and they tapped into it.
exactly? So this is exactly what I'm saying. There's meaning Netflix is bringing the movie to Europe. Some of them were the one watching it, but they can see the market. Meaning there's a big market in Europe.
Because Nigerians are everywhere, Daddy KRIS. We are everywhere in the world.
So, but
We are
meaning,
everywhere.
it's interesting. But look at another thing. Musicians, they bring them to Europe to come and perform. They shut the place down. Like we're doing now, we're going to shut the place down.
Tiwa Savage is in your country as we speak.
See?
KRIS.
They shut it down.
Performing for the new king.
Yes. And you see the beauty of
You know?
it? This is the thing. But there's a big market here. The question I ask is, who is bringing Tiwa Savage? Which Nigerian man is bringing Tiwa Savage to come and perform in Europe? Burna Boy coming to Europe.
The Polo,
No,
the Don Jazzy, the people that are, they are the ones, the people that are making money from all these things,
money, we're smiling. Don Jazzy cannot even sponsor these big shows in UK now. I'm talking, the truth, eh? If you want to close down the O2 Arena, oh man, you know how much? Before, if someone like me want to think like that, before I will close the O2 Arena, come and bring Burna Boy with £1 million. Hey, that budget is something I can never raise. You see? So that's not
even.
You understand?
It doesn't make any business sense because if they don't feel all the money you used to bring them, the logistics, everything, you're not making it. So
Faith,
why take the risk?
Let's think simple now. I'm going to ask you, this is the simplest part of it. Let's take, for instance, in the UK, we have Tesco. In a day, these are just retail market. In a day, if they tell you how much Tesco is making across the United Kingdom, you will carry cutlass. Only Tesco. The question I ask is, if those Nigerian men, they say they have money, meaning there's a big market here. The way I like to think is, okay, why don't you come and own your own supermarket? Don't own Tesco. Give it another name, Afromart. So we now have a big market where you can now sit it and sell to the Europeans and make a lot of money to go and develop Africa. Would that be so bad?
Exactly.
So, but instead of that, the way our people think, our politicians, you know what they do? They're very smart. If you see them talking now, they'll talk as the most intelligent human being on earth. But actually, they are the most stupid people. Because if we are smart, the European came to you, they did something beautiful to a region land. They never stop you from doing their own. Why don't you come here? You see a market and tap on it. I've been crying to say that how come that all the Nigerian so-called billionaires don't have a supermarket? A global supermarket that is turning that money for Nigeria.
Even the Dangote himself, that is the richest man in Africa, that is making salt, making a lot of things, spaghetti, everything. Many of its brands are here abroad. We go to African stores. Do we see Dangote, mark and all that?
No, I won't blame you for not doing all, but Dangote, if Dangote really want to impress me, it shouldn't be doing everything local. What's stopping from coming to create a big market?
And take their money. You should come here and take their money too.
That is the topic of today. Now you see what I'm saying. The magnificent European cake. There's a cake out there that we need to tap on. But we're not doing it.
Instead, you go to Nigeria, Daddy KRIS, you go to Nigerian ShopRite. You will still see stuffs that are shipped in from the UK, from Europe, from America, made in America, made in this. Because you want to just show the world. You want to show your family that you are eating internationally, imported food. When you can actually export your own goods to this part of the world and make that money.
You know what I say? I don't even want to go into that because you know what I say? The so-called, they are no more, even Nigerians are no more competing with Europe. The company you are talking of is a South African company. It's not even European. So then to tell you how dull we are as a people, that we cannot even do business with him.
Just more.
Sometimes I got confused. You know, when I was running this project for my Orobo people, I was telling them that, okay, I want to do something better than that beautiful stupid thing. I'm going to bring the product in and I'm going to use all the stores to distribute the product. You know, it's so easy to push those people out of the market if you want to do it. But we don't think. We don't think. Now, the question I ask now is if South Africans can see the big market in Nigeria and they are taking advantage of it, you can't blame them. I'm asking Nigerians now. There's a huge market in Europe. Huge market.
They saw opportunity and they jumped on it. That's the truth. We can't blame them.
But why are
They
we
don't
not
tie our
jumping
leg.
on the big market? Europe have the biggest. You know, thank God now. You know what has happened? To the good of Africans, England or UK, United Kingdom have pulled out of the EU. So they're looking for new markets. If Nigerians were not sleeping, then this is an opportunity to bring some things that they cannot. You cannot have a new partner in the UK. The question I've been waiting to see what kind of deal they're going to sign. What kind of deal a wise government will be doing. Okay, you said you are Commonwealth. What is the Commonwealth? I can't even see the meaning of Commonwealth. The time will come, we will ask what is Commonwealth. But you cannot blame the Europeans if we are sleeping. We need to wake up and say, this is what we want. They didn't stop us from doing business here, like I said now. Who stopped Dangote? Rather than being local, 24 hours, or even the Nigerian government being smart, those people stealing the money, those so-called politicians, you know what they do? They only come and build a house here and take women. They use the money to come and buy a house in England. A house you cannot take away from England. English people are very clever. They want you to buy the land. The day they get angry with you, they kick you out. You see what they did to that man that bought Chelsea? When the time of war reached, they told him, your people are assholes. You get out of my land. You force you to give up the club. And that is the only kind of thing. I heard Dangote want to buy a football team. I don't mind. I like it. Let him use it to raise money to Nigeria. Again, you know what is it? The truth is we are sleeping. The only thing, if you go to Nigeria now, when Chelsea is playing Arsenal, they break their head. They fight. Arsenal fan and Chelsea fan. They break head. But we don't take part in the business of the money of football in England. Even our so-called footballers, they've stayed here, they played here. They cannot even bring the business home. The premiership in Nigeria is the most shameful thing in the world. You see, and I said, sometimes when I talk of the magnificent African European cake, I'm not even looking at it from the market alone. I'm talking of the technology. And what is technology? Yeah. The way they do things. Technology, I'm not looking at even the technology of life. If I'm thinking now, I say, okay, how do the Europeans do their own? I want to go and do my own that way. You see what I said to them as part of this Nigerian week? I said, let us think. We make film. We watch the film. Netflix is making money. Are we smart? So that is why I said to them, we need to have our own Netflix. Give it any name. I don't care, Nigeria. But if we don't have a Netflix, in fact, me and next Nigerian government will go tight. Now the same leg we will take here. One trouser and I will go here. Because these are the little things that change the narrative. Our children are jobless. They have nothing to do. There's a huge market in Europe. Like I said, I was talking to the Nigerian Export Promotion Council. You know, all they do, I don't even want to fire them because the time will come, they will not like me in that place. Nigerian Export Promotion Council, they come to do some cheap events around the world, just spending the money we don't have. But on a practical level, you cannot see the impact of what they are doing on the ground. They say they want the private people to do it. You see, until Nigerian government begin to take some initiative and begin to start certain things or actually empower people to do it, there's no way an ordinary Nigerians will be able to run that global supermarket I'm talking about. Only Nigerian Tesco, let me use the word, look for another name for it, sponsored by Nigeria in the United Kingdom. The amount of money that we'll be making foreign exchange. We don't need so much to make the foreign exchange, only supermarket. And that supermarket will welcome our product. Look at what is going on today. If you bring yam from Nigeria, they will not accept it. They tell you it's not a good one. The one from Ghana is good. The one from Nigeria is not good.
Exactly.
So if that is the case, can you blame them? You cannot blame them. So let's add Joe to the broadcast. Joe,
Okay.
Hello.
Joe, what are you wearing tonight? Look at this is Joe. This is Faith Irabo from France. You've heard about her so much. All right.
The pleasure to see you tonight, Faith.
Yes, sir. Same here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Yes.
And
So
well done for all the good works about Nigeria Week.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful.
Is it only me that is cut off? Yes.
We did not cut you off, Daddy Chris. You are still there. I can see your head.
Oh, really?
You're still there.
Maybe sometimes
You're
I can
there.
hear you. All right. So, Joe, I was just talking about the Nigerian week. We're all getting excited about the whole thing, but I was zeroing the topic on the magnificent European cake. And I am arguing that if the Europeans come to Africa some years back, they must also, there must be something they saw that brought them there. And what are those things, Joe? Are we really taking advantage of it? That is on one side. Then now, the Europe market is huge. United Kingdom just left the EU, meaning there's a new market opportunity for Nigeria. Are we taking advantage of that? That's the question I'm throwing to you, sir. Joe, I can no more hear you.
Can you hear us?
I'm
Joe,
struggling to hear. I just want to get my earpiece on so that I can be able to hear you properly.
Okay,
I didn't hear most of the things that you said. So if you give me a minute, I should be able to.
All right,
do
sir.
that. You're free. This is important. It's a difficult topic, but we need to address it.
Exactly.
And I'm happy we are all in Europe. You know, Faith is in Europe. You are here. So we need to think for Africa tonight. Let's think for Africa. All right? Can you hear us now, sir? Good.
In a minute, I should be.
Good.
You know, this day and age of technology.
Listen, I'm not equipped.
Sometimes
I
I
don't
prefer
belong to this
my old diary where I write numbers back in time than.
That is still working. It's more reliable. And then my brain was working. I remember numbers. Today I don't remember anything. Well, okay. Joe, can you hear me now?
Okay. Just one moment. I'm sort of.
He's still trying to fix his earpiece.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Nigeria week, as you guys know, is around the corner. But we're trying to. The reason I'm trying to indirectly talk about why the Nigerian week is in place. You know, I'm trying to make a case why we need Nigerian week. Nigerian week is not a place you come and drink and dance and go home. No, it's a.
Unfortunately, that's not the deal.
Yes, you come.
The deal is to network.
Yes, and do business. I call it a place where Nigerians meet and do business. Let me repeat. Nigeria Week is a place where Nigerians from all over the world meet and do what? Do business. Do business in the movie industry, do business in music. So it's not only coming to dance. I want you to start to leave the place and say, okay, maybe I can bring a musician to come and make money wherever I am. Because you have a product in Nigeria. Sell it in Europe, make big money. You're living in Europe. You understand? And look at the number of movies they are making today. You guys are good in technology. You know what I'm so impressed, Joe? I'm going to give credit to these two Nigerians. They are my hero of the month of this event. I'm going to name them. One is a tap send. In those days, this is an example I'm talking about, the Magnificent European cake. It was Western Union that will send our money or MoneyGram that will use our money and they make money in our own money. Today, a Nigerian boy can see the opportunity and say, no, ain't going to let this happen. I'm doing it. Another one that I will remember is the talk for phone. It's amazing. The young boy was able to create his own SIM card. The question I ask is this. The Indians, they have Leica. They have Libera. Nigeria have nothing. This boy come up. You understand? And the people that are doing it, do they have 20 heads? The people doing it, if we cannot even imitate the Europeans, can we imitate the Asians? Look at what they are doing in our face. This one a serious matter, Joe. So my question is, the time is now. We say there's opportunity in Europe. I'm not going to go into the problem again because we know the problem. How do we tap on the opportunities Europe, United Kingdom have provided for us?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. The pleasure to be on this platform and to talk to Nigerians, talk to the global world about a brand Nigeria, of which Nigerians are key to. The diaspora particularly provides a very wonderful opportunity for us to explore those available opportunities economically, in business terms, in social terms, and also in political terms, because some decisions will need to be made. If you are not in that political circuit, you cannot influence and you cannot speak for your people. So it's all encompassing. But let's look at the business side of things as we speak, and the opportunities that are here. Many of us were very disposed to, or we have a knack for the day job, the 9 to 5 job.
Yes.
We go to school, we graduate, we do masters, we do PhD.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we end up becoming, an employee of somebody who probably just went to secondary school. But that person has a mind. That person has a mind, a business mind.
Yes.
So, but I said, no, it shouldn't be that way. Really and truly, it should be the other way around. Sometimes you don't need to be a pilot to own an aviation company. Look at Richard Branson. Richard Branson is a clear example, of what I'm talking about. He's not a pilot. He wasn't trained a pilot. Many have said, oh, he didn't even go to university and all of that. But he's one of the richest persons and most successful businessmen in the world. What has he done? He has a mind for business.
Yes.
Exactly.
He has a mind for business, and he has been plying his trade in different sectors of the economy, aviation, media, and all, different sectors. So the Nigerian person, we are celebrated all around the world. What for? The brain that God has given to us, our intelligence, our smartness,
yes.
our
Sometimes we use it for
ability.
dubious things, okay?
Yeah, our creative abilities. But are we really exploring these ones to the fullest for the benefit of ourselves and perhaps our nation, and even where we are disposed, wherever we are in the world? We just work, we pay tax, we pay national insurance contribution wherever we are, and that's it. At the end of the day, we work to live. We work to live. Like Pedro used to say, the salary you earn cannot take you home. So at the end of the day, the opportunities that are bound is good for us to cultivate this business mindedness, so that we explore opportunities that are available in the space where we are. Okay, we know that investment is possible, but sometimes you need capital. But most of the time, I've also found that there's a way that you can key in with people who have these resources. They teach you wealth. One of our guests that will be coming to the Nigeria Week event is a wealth creator. He's a young man, Dr. Daniel Moses. Now he's a property millionaire in the United Kingdom. About 5 years ago, he was an Uber driver. All right. What has he done? He has created a knack to delve into the business world. He chose the property sector, and he's doing very well. And there are many other few Nigerians that I know of as well. So at the end of the day, there is success that we can tap into, but we need to have that mindset first of all. Because the opportunities that are bound, particularly in the diaspora, for us to key into the business sector to be able to create wealth for ourselves cannot be overemphasized. Just to have that mindset and explore you know, what it takes.
Yes.
It could be self-development, it could be training, it could be you know, whatever. But first of all, you must have that mind, so that the mind of doing 9 to 5 is out of the window, and you're not thinking of using the talent, the gift that God has given to you, and also developing
Do
it, you know,
something.
for the sector that you feel you can fit into, you know, and begin to create that wealth for yourself, so that we're not just employers. We can also become, I mean, employees. We can become employers of labor. So this is
Yes.
one of the things that I believe Nigeria Week is about. You know, to empower us. There will be business lunch for people to come through, come discuss, and share ideas. One of the best things that you can give to people in this world is not necessarily money; it is ideas. You know, ideas that can bring you money. Once you have it, it's like giving you, you know, teaching you how to fish, but not just giving you fish.
Giving you the fish.
Thank you very much. I liked I think you said what I wanted to say. You see, one thing in life is Oscar Brown, this is his famous quote. He said, I may not succeed if I try, but sure won't if I don't. Let me repeat that. I may not succeed if I try, but sure won't
if I don't.
Yes. So if you don't take risk, you're never going to succeed. And by the time you think that your life, you see, the question is, which is what you said, Joe. God has given us a talent. He didn't say you should use the talent to serve others. He said you should use the talent to grow yourself. You understand? So, and another thing in Nigeria is they say we are very smart and we use some of this talent. You know what my argument, which is one that really disturbed me. If Nigerian kids can use their talent to go into the internet and begin to do Yahoo, then meaning they have a talent that can be used for great things. That talent can be used for greater things, for the economic growth of the nation. And a good government will be thinking, okay, if these kids can do this, how do we convert this energy into something positive? Because meaning we got potential, we can explore opportunities. All right. So so
it's interesting. It's interesting you mentioned that, because yes. I've been in discussions. I've had interviews, talk shows, you know, and looking at it from this perspective, I've spoken about. I use Edo State as a case study. I've always used Edo State as a case study. You know, this tech world that we live in today. Today we see 5G network driving internet connectivity. You know, the AI is ruling the world as we speak. And it will interest you to know that where we're headed, okay, where we're headed will shock you. Moments are coming. We're talking about electric vehicles right now, right?
Yeah.
Moments are coming. Where it's headed is where we'll begin to have driverless cars. In the United Kingdom, we already have DLR, the Docklands Light Railway. It's driverless. There's nobody driving that train. It's
driving it.
All right, but it's all programmed and it's working. But what during the pandemic, the 5G network, some call it conspiracy theory. What it came to do is the power to be able to make certain things work. In the future, you will see airlines flying without a pilot. This is the power of 5G network. This is the power of artificial intelligence. So there are our young ones who are in the tech industry, mobile phones, laptop, computer. These guys have the brains and they are doing so much. The you guys that you talked about, some time ago they floated a video that went viral about a guy who just used the Wi-Fi of somebody, okay, and they emptied the person's bank account. And they went looking for the young boy, you know, to arrest him and criminalize him and put him in prison and all that. I said, look, in Germany, for example, back in the days of Hitler, what we understand, Germany, by the way, is the biggest economy in Europe. What makes Germany big? It is their technology and the engine, what they put into engine. Okay. Now, today we see great things coming from Germany. The best brains in the engineering sector were employed to go into manufacturing, to go into production. Those in other sectors were also empowered to go into other sectors. That's what made Germany robust and a big economy today in the world. So what I say in Nigeria, for example, the government should not just look at the negative side of these young talents, you know, these young boys who are using their brains and creative abilities, skills, to do, maybe they call it dubious things. But if you grab hold of these young ones, what are they doing? The necessity, we are told, is the mother of invention. These guys are inventing ways to survive because of how they have been impoverished by the system of the society, the Nigerian nation. So these young ones, what you should do with them is, get them and tap into this intelligence that they have, this skill that they have. Tap into it. We can create a computer village. We can create a technology village where you have these boys. They will be there to make things work. Look at NITEL in Nigeria. Nigeria telecommunication facility. It's been dead for years. Nigeria Airways has been dead for years. We have young guys who have manufactured aeroplanes in Nigeria. I've seen many videos over time. Okay, this sort of people, you don't just ignore them. You empower, bring them together, assemble them, see their was a comparative advantage in terms of what the sector where they are good. Harness it for the good of themselves, the society at large, and their family. Okay, empower them. That's what we should be doing, not criminalizing them. Bring them and then make them to be useful to themselves, to the families, and to the larger society. That's what we should be doing, not necessarily criminalizing them. If they've committed crime or something, whatever reprimand that needs to be given to them. I'm not saying they be encouraging that, but I'm saying that the talent that they have, their creative ability to be able to use their talent to do one thing or the other can be channeled to a positive use, that'll be good for the society and for the people.
Thank you. I agree with that. And you see, we're going to come back. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, I want us to actually bring this to the United Kingdom, because this event is coming to the UK. Let us think this way, Joe. In the next few years, our children in the UK, they will be in their 40s. You understand? Very big population now, Nigerians in the United Kingdom. Now, shamefully enough, there is no bank owned by a black man in the United Kingdom in the 21st century. If we have one, please correct me. And it's sickening. You understand? It's sickening. Yeah. That in the 21st century, the hub of any economy, which is the banking, none is owned by a black man. It means that we are not part of the UK economy. We are partakers. We are just looking. We remain the slave we have been because we refuse to move out, like what Joe said. We refuse to move out of working for into entrepreneurship. And until that spirit is grown in us, it will not happen. And you know the painful thing? Every Nigerian child living in the United Kingdom today is a potentially rich man by virtue of where he comes from. Because if you're a Nigerian in the UK, you can go home and bring something to the UK. You can take something from here and sell in Nigeria. You are better off than every British person because you have two countries to breathe on.
Start from,
When we come back, we're going to, and so what we say, Nigerian Week celebration, people think we're coming to celebrate, to dance, to do it's part of it. But hey, 90% is to inspire you, to show you, or even to put you in the same room with people you can do business with. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Everything happens for a reason. Bless life from a different prison. Bless a lot of people locked up in bedtime 7 o'clock.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ice Prince of Mine.
Ginger, aka Swagga Swagga. But my name now is Femi, aka the Music and Taliban.
What up, Nigeria? K to the O to the NGA Conga.
Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night. The Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night.
Nigerian Week in London.
The Nigerian Week.
The Nigerian Week. The Nigerian Week.
On the 19th of this beautiful month of May 2023.
May 19th.
May 19, 2023. Let's go get your ticket.
Go get your ticket because
we're gonna shut it down.
Ice Prince of Money's in the building.
Yeah.
Go get your tickets. If you don't get your tickets, now you sabi. Okay, I'm back with a flow, no joking. You gotta muscle up, cause no pain, no gain. All the boys just wanna jump, so okay, I'm blessed.
I can't stop laughing when I play that advert because these boys are just all over the place, you know. That is what you get on the 19th, ladies and gentlemen. On the 19th, they're going to shut the place down. That is the
shutting it down.
Yes.
No other way. We are shutting it down. Like,
and this is the beauty of it, you know. And again, you see, I say young people should come there. Don't come to just dance alone. See how you're going to think outside the box. We have so many good musicians in Nigeria now, meaning you can live on bringing a musician to the UK to make money for yourself. Don't be those that just go to events and dance. Be one of those that bring the musician in and make money.
Yeah.
So this is exactly where this kind of event is different from every other event you've been to. Oh, I'm going to concert, yes, but this one, there's that sort of thinking, something is happening underneath. They say, hey, do you know this is possible? Do you know this is possible? Like what you just said. You know, must you be working for somebody all your life? I've never seen a rich man that work for anybody. Does Dangote work for anybody? You can never be rich if you base your life on working for somebody. Salary is not meant to make you rich. It's meant to sustain you. So, Joe, that's why I said in the next few minutes, we're just going to focus on Nigerians in the UK. Let's look at it. Are we who we are? We say we're the giant of Africa. We are in Europe. This is the heart of the world, London in particular. How do you rate Nigerians in terms of our economic activity? You know, it's very good that the CNN rated that Nigerians have the highest PhD holders in the United States of America. And I know we're very educated here. But has that translated to wealth?
That is a million dollar question or £1 million question. You know, it just like I mentioned earlier on, you know, we're far from it. And I also want to add that one of the things that disempowered us mostly is the fact that, you know, we do not have unity within our community. Okay, the business conglomeration, the business success, the business opportunities that are here in the United Kingdom. You know, I want to quickly liken my point of view to the Asians in the UK. You know, it is like the Igbos that do business back in Nigeria. You have somebody that come to serve, you know, and they serve the master for some years. It matures in the business and it gets to a point. You know, this person is graduated and sent forth to go and establish himself or establish herself. You know, exactly the same formula is what the Asians employ here. The Asians, the Chinese, they do their own trade. You know, they are the ones doing the things within and amongst themselves, and they grow themselves and they empower themselves. You know, but Nigerians, we sort of, the brains we have, you know, is for just working. You know, you're lucky you have a 9-to-5 job, or you think it's the end of the world. You know, but there are great limitations there. You know, it makes me to think about the proletariat and the bourgeoisie. You know, the bourgeoisie, they own the labor. The bourgeoisie they are the fat cats in the industry. You know, they sit in their homes and they make their money work for them. What have they done? They have been able to situate themselves and invest their money at the right places, and their money is working for them. And they employ you and I, who are you know, the working class concept, the working class mentality. You know, they employ us. We do the jack work, we do the hard work, we toil hard for them. You know, at the end of the day, they make the money and they make the profit, and they give us the stipend, which is not enough for us to take care of our bills and all that. You know, so what's responsible for that? What's responsible for that is, you know, we where we have positioned ourselves. Sorry, I think I'm losing.
Where with you? Oh, Joe, where with Joe? And what happened? All right, you're back, Joe. Right.
Yeah, you know, because of how we positioned ourselves, and we see ourselves as laborers, we see ourselves as working class. You know, we don't see ourselves as doing something that can position us as middle class or the upper class in society. We just see as
Joe, just to cut you in, why do we have this mentality? Where does it come from? Is it from slavery? Is it inferiority complex? How come that we don't think that we can do it?
I think it's a bit of everything. You know, we need degrees of motivation. You know, either self motivation or, you know, team motivation to first think out of the box that, look, the way to go is for us to become business minded. You know, you have brains to be able to think, you know, to make something happen, to create something. You can create that thing and it turns to money. Okay. But we're doing most of these things, those of us who are doing it. I've seen many businesses, you know, within our society, within our communities. We don't thrive. It doesn't really grow because we do not work together. We don't trade together. We don't reason together. You know, like I was trying, the pattern I was trying to use as my illustration earlier on is, you know, the Asians, for example, you see them, they work together within one company or one business, and they over time they go and set up another one for one of them. That's how their chain grows.
Yes.
Okay, that's how their chain grows. Next door, you know, you can see somebody selling potato or fruit, right? But we Africans, we can never accommodate that. KRIS, you are in door number 78. I'm in door number 80. You are selling Gary, and then me, I come as you're selling African food, and I come and set up my shop next to you. I'm selling the same African food. We can't tolerate each other. But you see the Asians doing it. Okay? The Asians are the ones selling our food for us that we're spending our money to buy. You get it?
That's too sad. We can't even go into that, Joe, today because we'll just fight.
Right. I'm just creating a model here. You know why these things are not working for us. Instead of us to see the brighter side of how we can be successful in these areas, what we see is, you know, maybe unhealthy rivalry, condemnation, and you know, a way to see that the other one, you know, doesn't succeed. That's what will come to the mind of one of the two, for example. You know,
No,
so
Joe,
that way.
Joe, I some of them, I don't think it's only us though, but I think this is more among Nigerians. You know, what I always say to people is, how can you be a lawyer and you don't think of owning a chamber? You understand? I won't feature in my magazine. This is what I keep saying. If you're a doctor and you're not thinking of owning a clinic, you're not coming, or having a GP, you're not coming on my magazine. Do you understand? Because no matter how well trained you are, as long as you don't think outside the box of owning your own, you become a slave forever. A worker is a slave by definition. In the eyes of God, you are a slave because you go to work, you say yes sir to somebody, they tell you what to do, they pay you. That is the position of a slave in a society. So maybe tonight, rather than being angry for those people watching us, just think and get out of slave trade. Get mental slavery. You see, the last time Bob Marley was thinking about mental slavery, they look at it from the political side of things. But the true mental slavery is the economic mental slavery. The economic slavery is what really concerns me as a man. I don't care about political slavery.
And I say to that, you know, Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. No one can do it for you except you do it for yourself. You know, now I say for us, what is the use when you say a nation, for example, is independent when you are economically dependent on others?
I don't understand that. This is why I said that yesterday, Joe. It doesn't make sense. You know, you cannot be independent and you can't feed yourself. And the reason you cannot be, and it's fine. Sometimes it's mentality though, because Joe, this is the shameful part. Nigeria, they say, have everything. In terms of natural resources, we have it, right? And we are
too blessed. We are too blessed to be spread.
Joe, you just said something today. In your analysis, you were talking about the potential of our youth. So bloody intelligent. So you've not given the young people job and they refuse to. So it's just the government that refused to create. In fact, when you harness your resources, what you need to harness resources in your land is human being. The human being you have, the right age. The right age is because Nigerian youth between the age of 18 and 35, they own Nigeria. They are more. What an opportunity. But we refuse to put them to work. And even, oh God. And these kids, Joe, the truth is this. I'm going to put this small analysis before we close the show. If you, rather than, some people go to work in Nigeria, they get 40,000 naira. That is good work. But Joe, if you go into a small place and you plant cassava, at the end of the year, 6 months, you will buy a car. If you put your mind to say, I'm going to cultivate this land, my father's land, when you sell that cassava, you will buy your own car. But yet, some people are busy going tie. I don't know who taught us this. It's the British that taught us how to serve. You understand? We get tie, go to one job for 40,000 naira before the month ends, the money is finished. You're wasted.
That's why I was talking about Germany. The engineers in Germany is jeans and t-shirts. You know, they wrap up, they fold up their sleeves, get a spanner, get a hammer, and get to work. The engineers in Nigeria and Africa, they are suited and booted. You know, stay in air-conditioned offices and all of that. You know, yesterday I was speaking on an interview program, the Webin show with Cordelia Okbe in Nigeria, in Lagos. You know, and I was saying, look, she was asking things about the diaspora and all that. I said, look, the energy we dissipate in the diaspora to survive the system. Those of us who are jackpying away from Nigeria to the diaspora, right? You know, if you put 50% of that energy
10%
to something useful, so something useful at home, you'll be more comfortable than where you think you are going, and the people who are in those places. Because you've not been there, you do not know what obtains there.
They are coming. I said they should come. Joe, you know the funniest thing? This is the funniest part of it, Joe. You know, in Nigeria, I know about 4 guys now, they came and they said, oh, they're here. And I asked, they were bankers heading to a big bank in Nigeria. You know what they do now? They're working in NHS as cleaner. And they are happy. Joe, I don't understand why they're happy. Joe, I don't understand.
That's why I said that's why I said on that show, I said, look, you are a first-class graduate in Nigeria, and you walk your backside off. The quest is to just jackpot. You know, in our days, back in time, Andrew, don't take out to say what? Go and build your country, Nigeria. Right. You know, so and I said, look, you know, the place you're coming to, you first-class graduate, you come here, you become a street cleaner. A street cleaner, because they don't even respect our academic acquisition, our academic qualifications and all that.
Yeah.
So how do you reconcile that? How comfortable can you be? You know, so I said the solution is not about just jackpying away from home. It's to sit down, identify your strengths.
Exactly. What are you coming to do?
What you can do with your skills, with your knowledge,
liability
with
when
your
you get
experience,
here,
and all of that. You know, yes, that's what you should be thinking about. I said the system cannot be exonerated from this, because if the people are empowered, you know, like some societies,
exactly,
you have loan facilities, affordable loan facilities that you can lend to these young ones to establish some businesses, with which they can grow and become better citizens.
Yes.
No, you understand? So these are some of the things, and the system, the authorities have a big part to play in all of this, without holistically blaming anyone who's jackpying or just living the country. We say it's brain drain now and all that. If the government creates an enabling environment, the people will be encouraged, to apply their trade and use their skills and talent, for the good of themselves and the society at large. It's not just all about abroad. It's not everybody that come abroad that's successful.
Joe, we couldn't go home. You know what I said to them? When an old man like me is thinking about to go home, let me say, I always give an instance. Ibori was working in this country. You know where he was working? He was a salesman.
Supermarket.
He was a salesman here. Until the man said, no, this is not my destiny.
Enough is enough.
He went home and became a governor. If you see here today, you know the kind of life that man forget. In fact, and yet you're moving. Mona come. If I talk, on the verse for me, say, not be here. Mona come now. Some of them, when I tell them, they say, Oga, come back. I say, I'm coming back.
They say, let's,
we're telling you to come. If you told them that, the next thing you hear, you will go, you come to Nigeria.
The language, the slang, and the slogan they use is "Let's swap." That's why I was telling that lady on the show. I said, when you say that, it's fair enough. Because I say, okay, if it's that bad, why are you still there? I'm still here. I say, sometimes you leave home, you say, I just go there, I stay, 2 maximum 3 years. I'll be back. I say, by the time you get there, it would take you 3 years, 5 years, and you are not settled. You don't have documents. Particularly those of us who went through the desert, to come to abroad. So by the time you get there, you are hiding. You cannot show your face. You find out 2, 3 years, 5 years, you are still not settled.
Yes, in United Kingdom, somebody stayed 14 years. He was looking for the paper he had to send later in those days. That's how they know he has been here for 14 years before they gave him resident permit. 14 years of your life, minus 14, out of your life. You never finish. No wife at that time. Who won't marry you? 14 with 10%. You understand? The wife you live at home. You see, your life, you decide to ruin your life. And it's not to say it's all bad, though. What is painful? Joe, what is even paining me now is, okay, let's talk about, we are already here. We are here now. How do we get out of this mental slavery or this economic slavery of going to work, and tap on the opportunity at home and use the European magnificent cake? Because what we have here is good market. Anything you sell in Europe becomes big money at home. Joe, you see where I see myself now? I see myself staying in Africa, bring it to sell, go home. I'm not ready to stay here.
That's one very important area. If you look across the board, the agricultural sector, you see the population of Nigerians in the UK alone is huge. And our food in other parts of Europe, our food is like an essential commodity. You can't even afford them. So that's to tell you there are opportunities. So, for example, we get into the business of food exportation.
Not leaving it for the Indians and the Pakistani to do for us.
And they give it to us adulterated. I'm sorry, I have no apology for this, because research shows that most of these things, the way it happens, when they go to Africa, Nigeria specifically, they get our produce, they get our food stuff, and many of them, the quest to make more money from what they have, there's a lot of things that goes on, just to multiply it and then package it and sell it. We still buy them. So if we do it ourselves, and there's a regulation, this is where I'll make a mention of the Nigeria Export Promotion Council. That Nigeria Export Promotion Council can bring a lot of standardization and regulation to our food export. If that is the case, Nigerians who get into this sector of our economy will have opportunity to grow. So the Nigerian diaspora, for example, KRIS is referring to, there's nothing wrong in us doing that. At least God has helped us. We're able to, to move in and move out. There isn't any, immigration restriction on that. You do genuine business.
You don't get
so
you
go home. Work with the farmers, work with the food producers and all that. You can package them. There are many food that comes from Nigeria, but they are labeled in different other countries, branded with different other countries' names. As though nothing good comes from Nigeria. That is not true. So we have food in abundance in Nigeria. This can be packaged, it can be produced and then exported. What's the use of the economy when you don't have exporting power? You don't have products that you can export. So the NEPC in Nigeria, they have a lot to do in this regard, to bring standardization and regulation to that sector, so that, we can have an agency here. We can have an agency here that can work in collaboration with NEPC to see that these things are done properly. And we have proper
that's what is that not what the embassy is supposed to be doing, Joe?
That can earn foreign exchange, to the economy of Nigeria, that will to help to boost the GDP of the nation. So it's something that needs to be looked into very seriously.
Thank you very much. I like that. And what would you see? The beauty of all this is looking forward. It brings us to the topic, which is what the focus of today is. Nigeria, there's a huge market in London, in the United Kingdom, in Europe. In fact, in America, there's a huge market for us. It is not our destiny to come to Europe and work and remain slave, which is something we said they took our forefathers to do. Our new destiny should be how we can trade with them as equal partners. The only way you can be equal partners is if you have something you're giving to them and they're giving you something. If you come to me and say you want to work for me, you remain my slave. But by the time I bring something, take, this is what happened to me. When I was bringing wood, I used to sell wood in Antwerp. Listen, the guys were the one coming to pick me from Frankfurt Airport because they know I'm coming with wood. Wood was making them money. You see? And this wood is at home. It's wasting in Benin. I didn't do anything much. I already tell people, saw the wood to a particular site, put it in my container, and I'm here collecting my money. That is something you don't even need to worry about. The question is, that is one. I'm happy, Joe, you just analyze the food scenario. And again, I'm happy. One good news is I have to commend Nollywood that 90% of our actresses and actors are now producers. I always say to them, if you're an actor, all you act for people, you are a fool. So at the point in time, you must move out from acting and produce your own film.
Produce.
Because the producer are the one that count the money. They pay you. If somebody can pay you some amount of money, then what is he going to get? You'll be mumu. There's something you can't look. So let us think smart, Nigerians. So the Nigerian week, this very event, is not a place you go and just dance and go home. It's a place where you network, where this kind of discussion is going to flourish. And it's not a place where discussion is going to flourish, where you're going to meet. You meet the right people, shake hands, and say, hey, let's do this. Get ready, wear your shoes, man, and get ready to join us in the next 10 days. 3 days of intensive celebration, networking, and business. We're going to do business. The Nigerian Week is a place where Nigerians meet and do business with themselves and the rest of the world. So if somebody asks me, what is Nigerian Week? I say it's a place, it's a platform where Nigerians meet and do business with themselves and the rest of the world. That is the place we're going to say, oh no, there's an opportunity here. We don't mind if the Pakistanis are doing it. Now we're going to do something by our own. You see, Faith, you guys, you women, you black women, you like this hair a lot. In fact, if you come to London, come to my shop here, you see them trooping in and out. The shop they are going into is owned by a Pakistani. Where we buy our cream is owned by a Pakistani. Hey, they will say, I blame more. That is, you don't see something. You got to stop. Yes, we need to cultivate this idea for the benefit of our children. In fact, my message tonight, and what I want to end up this show with, is to say that we have an opportunity. There's a big market for you here. You are here now. Please stop. I don't say stop your work like in a hurry, but look around. See what you can bring from home and sell here, or see what you can take here and sell. Take advantage of the two places. You cannot get it wrong. But if you come to work and remain a slave forever, like this boy talk, now you sabi you. Let's hear that. Let's hear that.
Terry J.
Terry J. Yeah.
Paco Master.
Paco Master. Let's hear to the Paco Master again, one more time. All right.
Everything happens for a reason. Bless life from a different prison. Bless a lot of people locked up in bedtimes, 7 o'clock.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ice Prince Amani.
Ginger, aka Swagga Swagga. But my name now is Femi, aka the Music and Taliban.
What up, Nigeria? K to the O to the NGA Conga.
Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night. The Afrobeat Night.
Afrobeat Night.
Nigerian Week in London.
The Nigerian Week. The Nigerian Week.
The Nigerian Week.
On the 19th of this beautiful month of May 2023.
May 19th.
May 19, 2023. Let's go get your ticket.
Go get your ticket because
We're going to shut it down.
Ice Prince Amani's in the building.
yeah.
Go get your tickets. If you don't get your tickets, now you sabi. Okay, I'm back with the flow, no joking. You gotta muscle up, cause no pain, no gain. All the boys just wanna jump, okay, I'm blessed.
If you don't get a ticket, now you sabi. But I want to share one thing with you. The ticket can be free. Let's watch this video together.
Messages of the Lord, come down now to your children. Oh no.
Tap money send free ticket giveaway. To attend the Nigerian Week London event, simply download Tap app on Google Play Store, register using SRTV promo code, and send a minimum of £1 to any Nigerian bank account. Send your transaction screenshot to +44 7459 513 619 or email it to event@superiorradioandtelevision.com. Like a flash, you'd receive your ticket sharp. This message is powered by SRTV London and Tap Money Send. So, download, register, and get sending. It's that simple.
That bring what it do, right to,
I like that. Ladies and gentlemen.
The boys are coming to town, you know.
Yes.
The way the whole tap send thing just explained is self-explanatory, and they should just take advantage of the opportunity.
Easy peasy. I wolf good, you know. Sometimes I wolf. They say they run belly, but this one a good one.
This one not run belly, a real wolf.
You know, just £1. I also understand that sending the £1, in addition to it winning you a ticket to attend the Nigeria Week event, you have, you know, £5 that's also credited to you. So that's an added bonus. So just get downloading and get sending. You know, that's what you need to do to be able to attend the Nigeria Week event here in London, 18th to the 21st of May.
And the voiceover, the KRIS, give it up for the voiceover, man. You killed it.
Joe is good. You know,
we killed it.
That's the team we have. Joe is good. Very bloody talented.
Thank you.
You did.
You did that well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you, Faith. Let us get ready. From now, it's 10 days count to the event. It's exactly 10 days ahead of us. It's a lot of work. I need the both of you. I need the team. I need people around. Now, UK, this is one thing. This event is not my event. It's Nigerian event. That's why it's tagged Nigeria Week. It's not that the KRIS Week. It's not Joe Week. It's not Faith Week. It's Nigerian Week. It's our week. That week, we're going to come together. We're going to network. We're going to meet. We're going to celebrate. And most importantly, we're going to grow wealth within ourselves. That's we're going to do business.
That's it.
Wealth creation.
That's correct.
So please get ready. Grab your ticket. If you have anything you want to add to the event, please be ready to do so. And for those of you just watching, if you're a fashion designer, there's going to be a fashion show. So you can wow the audience with your beautiful design. But you got to be Nigerian inspired design, because it is what is Nigerian Week.
Nigerian Week.
And if you are a young
makeup artist as well.
Yes. So and if you are
model,
all of them models, you know, those are the things that comes with the fashion week. And if you are a musician in the UK right now, you see, I am of the prediction, I predicted it, that in another 3 years, a superstar will be raised in the United Kingdom. A Nigerian superstar playing Afrobeat the way we're doing it at home. Again, this is exactly what I'm still talking about. Now you are a young man in the UK. You can see your fellow brothers doing big. You see the Burna Boy. They didn't come to Europe. Now, but you have an advantage meaning you can sing like them. You know the advantage you have. You have a market in Nigeria. Take advantage of it. And you have the magnificent European cake. So you have two. You have the magnificent Nigerian cake and the magnificent European cake. How can you be poor? Take advantage of it, young man. If you're a musician, join this thing now because there's an opportunity for those of you to showcase your talent. The team that were calling me are 10 of musicians who wanted to have a meeting with me tonight. The door is still open. Join the queue now. We're going to close that on Thursday. On Thursday, there will be no more musicians to be added to the queue. So what will happen is you will perform, and what we'll do, we will crown one of you the best UK Nigerian artist 2023.
Maybe I should come and sing, Daddy KRIS. I have good voice.
But that thing, that one,
I should come and sing, I should come and sing.
Wait for you.
I don't know. This one that they say we should not be slave workers anymore. Maybe I should discover one talent for that day now.
Faith, I don't say you are good in what you do. Media, you're doing your own thing, so we're proud of you, daughter. All right. So, and again, that is another thing. So, and again, what we've decided to do, which I crafted with Joe over the few days, is we're going to recognize those of you in the United Kingdom, those of you in all industries. You know, we've put together some set of people. We call them the UK talent. We're going to have the best UK filmmaker, maybe director 2023, the best UK producer 2023, actor, actresses, and so on. We've got Canada in place. They are rolling on the website as we speak. So, and there will be a time for you to vote. And most importantly, I don't know whether you've gone around in the United Kingdom, in London in particular, for some time now. Have you been to an African restaurant? Which one would you say is the best? The vote is on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I have these two beautiful faces with me tonight to tell you about the Nigerian way. But I'm going to let them close the show by giving Faith an opportunity to say one thing, and then Joe will say it, and then we're going to go home. Thank you very much. Over to you, Faith.
Yeah, once again, good evening, everybody. Thank you for, being part of SRTV, wherever you're watching from. This, every time we are live, our videos are always up on YouTube. You can always watch this program all over again. We just want to say thank you to every one of you that will watch this program, maybe not now, later. The SRTV London, we've been singing it for over a month. We've been, ringing the bell, we've been saying it, repeating it. It is not our show, it is your show. Our country is our country. No matter wherever we are in the world, it is ours, Whatever we make of it is what the world, will accept it as. That is why we are bringing you all on board. Everybody is open for everybody. How more easier can SRTV make it? We are saying the show is free as long as you can just get tap send with £1. Just download the application, send £1 to a family in Nigeria and save it. And that's the easiest you can get. We are inviting talents. You have raw talent. You are like, oh God, when will my moment come? Tiwa Savage was just one girl following Brandy and the rest of them in America. Back then in the days before the ex-husband, saw her, brought her to Nigeria, gave her the platform she had. We are telling you right now, we are here. You don't need boyfriend. You don't need any connection. We are giving you on a raw platter of gold. Come to SRTV. Contact us. The number are rolling on the screen. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, YouTube. Reach out to us. You have a talent. You want to showcase your talent. Music, acting, directing, whatever it is. Makeup artist. Oh, you know how to make hair. Oh, you are a skin doctor. You know how to make skin product. Just come on board. Come and do something. Showcase your talent, Because this way, we are saying this because it's the first edition. Next year, it's not going to be the same music. You're going to pay through your nose to be part of SRTV, team. Whether collaborator, whether sponsor, actor, whatever you are, this is your moment. Grab the opportunity. Thank you to our supporters, SRTV team, tap send, everybody that's been part of this show. NTA, thank you so much, everybody. All hands on deck. Nigerian Film Corporation, thank you very much. All the musicians that will be coming, thank you so very much. We can't wait to see everybody. And we believe this is not going to be the last show. We're still going to have more shows before the D-Day. Even though the team in London are all busy, we'll still do 1 or 2 shows before the D-Day. Thank you so very much. Join us again when you see us live. Thank you. I remain Faith Irabo for SRTV France. Thanks.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Greetings from Macron. Yeah, we catch that one in UK on behalf of Rishi
Yeah.
Sunak, our Prime Minister, and we're
Yes.
extending it to Nigerians all over the world. To say a very big thank you for this wonderful time and the event coming up from the 18th to the 21st. You can always be part of what's going on here. We have our contact numbers +23481 814-358-2856 and the London number +44745-9513619. To all our sponsors, we thank you. The collaboration we have with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, we appreciate all that you've done. The Nigerian Film Council, like Faith just mentioned, we appreciate you. Tap money spend. Thank you. And in fact, all you need to do is just go to Google Store or your, Google Play Store. Just download Tap Send and send as little as £1 to any Nigerian account, and automatically you are in. You screenshot your sending, send it to the number I just called +44745-9513619. First you get £5 credited to you. That's the giving, and then you have opportunity to get a ticket worth £30 to come to a Nigerian week. So make that possible for yourself. We make things easy here, and Tap has just joined in to make it even easier. So make it a date. Ensure that you are with us come this event, because it's one event too many. The very first and the maiden edition of it, we're coming, like KRIS said, during the movie screening, we're going to be eating African food and Nigerian food, not to be eating popcorn and drinking Coke or eating hot dog.
Yes.
We want to make it proper African stuff, and have a great feel, different from what you've always been used to. So this Nigerian Week is here to stay, an annual event. It will come to be. Like Faith also said, this is the maiden edition. Next year, it will be bigger and better. Anyhow, we ended this year. It'll be bigger and better come next year. So make it a date. We look forward to seeing you guys. Log on to our website, www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. You can access all the information that you require there. Nominees are all there on the website because we're going to be celebrating the best of Nigeria and Nigerians. Awards will be given to deserving Nigerians. I'm not saying that you are not deserving, but the ones that have been picked for this year, the next year might just be your turn. All you need to do is come see it happen and be part of the whole fun fair. Nigeria Week, London 2023, happening in the capital of the world. There's no better place to be than London. So we'll see you soon on SRTV. God bless.
Thank you. You see, they've said it all. So this is why I love when I have these people, when I have these talents on the show. My job is done. Thank you so much. I just want to say, finally, if you have a business that you want to exhibit, we have stand where you can just book your stand. See, this is why we talk about the business opportunities. If you're already in production, come and showcase your stuff. Then you can see people you can do business with. Either you sell to, or give you raw materials, or give you idea, or give you new markets. So that's why we're here. That's why it is called a business and entertainment event. It's a mixture of both. So get ready. And I really want to talk about a particular group of people who have been so striking. And I really cannot be more grateful to Nollywood. In fact, credit to these guys. I want to thank the president of the Directors Guild. I want to give big thanks also to my lady there, the president of the Association of the Movie Producers in Nigeria. Joe have already acknowledged the people on the other side, and I really want to appreciate the directors and the actors you see on the screen. They've taken their time. We did not pay for their ticket. Just take note. When we told them about the concept of Nigerian Week, they took their own pain to buy their ticket, and they're coming to discuss something very, very close to their heart. First, let me thank them, because most of them were the actors, they turned producers. Because like I said, you cannot continue to be working for somebody. They're not thinking well. They are producers, which is good. But this is the beauty of it. When I told them about the concept of the Nigerian Film Fund, they are sponsoring themselves to come to England and have this discussion. All in an attempt to move Nigeria to the next level. I cannot thank you guys enough. We're grateful. We SRTV team in London.
Thank you guys.
We're grateful. And we hope to see you guys. We will have a safe journey here. We'll have a beautiful time in London. And then we're going to go home with the outcome. See, this is what I said. Some years back, some group of Africans came together and said it's time to liberate Africa from colonization. Today is a time for us to come together and liberate Africa economically. We're starting with Nigeria. Don't go away. My name is Daddy KRIS, and you've met my wife. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this show tonight. We're going to do this tomorrow on Tuesday, where we have the producers and the directors guild as guests on this show. We've already lined up for Tuesday. If we cannot do any other show before Tuesday, then it's Tuesday that will be here again. It's going to be in the daytime, much more earlier, so that we can talk about the industry, Nollywood. Now, another day we'll pick another day to talk about movies, another day to talk about who in Nigeria we're giving awards to. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to spend. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Joe. Your deep voice is always a plus anywhere I have you. God bless you.
Thank you.
This project we started, may God make it a success, so that tomorrow we'll be looking back and say, hey, look at when we're suffering. Let it be a good story for our children to pick on. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you guys. Good night.
Okay.
SRTV. Innovative content.